Hey YouTubers, it's me, Monkey Chicken here, helping all your King Coms out there. Well anyways guys, the topic of today's video is Uprising DLC, section zombies, Mob of the Dead, and zombies that we know about so far. So yeah, with that, let's begin. So anyways guys, I want to talk about the first zombie here, and it's the first zombie that we've seen, the guy that, you know, during all the zombie intros go raw, just zooms in, he screams and whatnot. So a lot of people are considering this guy to be like the George Romero of the zombie world, that he's going to be running around screaming at you, your screen's going to shake and all that kind of stuff. And the reason being is because he looks nice, he looks dressed, he doesn't look like all the other zombies. He gets his, you know, his hair combed back, he gets his nice little suit with the little badge and these gloves and stuff. Although I agree that he does look like a warden of the prison section and whatnot, I don't think that he's going to be a boss. And really quickly, I do want to talk about one thing. Before you guys say, oh, we already confirmed that there's going to be this other guy boss. There was a post on Reddit a few days ago about there being multiple roaming bosses within the map, but during selected areas. If you guys can understand what I'm saying. Like, there might be some, like, in the catacombs, or there might be some in the docks, or there might be some in the prison cells, like one little mini-boss for each little area, just walking around and whatnot. Although, I don't think this is actually me a boss for the one reason that we have seen one of the supposed mini-bosses already walking or within the jail block cell. So I can imagine this guy being on the docks or the catacombs or anything along those lines. So I don't think that he's a boss, although I will grant you that he does look like the Warden. And with that, let's move on to the next zombie. Okay guys, so the next zombie you want to talk about is actually the denizens. And as you can probably tell from the image below, or the image on the screen, that yeah, you're going to be talking about the denizens? What? They're not in there, we haven't seen this. Anyways guys, so really quickly before you start going, la 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 la, I want to play you a quick clip from the Replacers video. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on the Call of Duty Elite channel, where it's the Replacers and whatnot. So at the end of the video, they show you know some quick splits of the zombies. Anyways, I'm gonna play you a quick clip from there and listen to the audio at the end of it. Okay, did you guys hear that? It sounded just like the denizens. If you guys didn't, I'll leave this image up on the screen and just listen for the denizen and let me know whether or not you hear it. So you guys heard that, right? That totally sounded like a denizen. I swear that there might be denizens within... I swear that there might be denizens. I think there might be denizens, but within like an open terrain of the map, because I'm not too sure whether or not you're going to explore the map or how much you're going to be able to get outside, whether or not, you know, it's going to be like building to like underground caverns to building or something like that, or maybe there might be some outside paths in order to get there. But I do know that there is supposed to be heavy fog on the outsides of the map, so I think that maybe if you are on the actual island itself, you know, the actual dirt and whatnot, traveling to a different building or something, there might be denizens. And I don't know, it sounds freaking crazy. I really didn't like the denizens because whenever your buddy went down during the pathways, you couldn't revive him because the denizens kept on getting on your head and whatnot. It was nearly impossible unless you had quick revive. So I'm not too sure how I feel about this. I really don't like the denizens. I would have to say that I probably don't like the jumpers or the karate experts in Die Rise rather than the denizens. The denizens are like number 2 on my list, but the karate experts in Die Rise are like number 1. Yeah, so I really don't like the fact that they might be bringing back the denizens, but put in the comment section below whether or not you think it is them. I mean, they had an audio clip in there. I don't think they would just randomly put, hey, let's throw some denizen sounds in there. I think there might be denizens. Okay, guys, I really don't know how to discuss this one. You know, the dog in the wall and stuff. I don't know exactly how to come at this. A lot of people have many speculations about what this is going to be. At first, everyone thought it was a zombie dog, but when I first seen it, I thought it was running in place or something. But it appears like all you could really see is the head at certain points within the map, and he eats zombies or something. I'm not too sure whether or not it's an enemy, whether it's a friendly, or whether or not it's a part of the Easter egg. I really don't have any speculations here. My honest opinion is that it might just be something to just freak you out, because they're saying they're trying to make this one really scary and horrifying and whatnot. So I think it might just be a scare factor, but that's all I really got on this one. Okay guys, here's one of the bosses that we have seen a lot of footage on, digging out all the multiple sources. He's the one that is apparently like a fire zombie that can also disrupt your perk machines and that kind of stuff. This is one that we have them saying there is going to be traveling bosses within the map, and there's going to be one big bad guy, and then it splits to this guy. So I'm assuming that it is going to be a boss zombie, but I think it might be like a George Romero in the sense that it would just be wandering around, because we see other zombies as we're shooting this guy, we see other zombies in the background and whatnot. So I don't think this is going to be like a solo boss round kind of zombie. I think it might be ever so often he comes out, because if you guys remember on Doris, the dogs would eventually start coming out every single round with the zombies after round like 18 or something like that. So that's the way I think this might be. I think we might not see him until later on, but once we do, we'll start seeing him more and more and more frequently and that kind of stuff. So I'm a little bit worried about this guy because, you know, actually disabling perks, I'm not too sure how we're going to be able to activate the perks again, whether we got to buy it or whether or not we got to die and go into the I'm trying to think what it is, the parallel world or whatever they're calling it right now, and then charge up the perk machine. So I'm not sure how I feel about this guy. I like the fact that they're making it a challenge, but I don't know, taking my perks, that's not cool, bro. Okay guys, this is the final one that I really want to talk about, and I've been kind of saving him for last. And I think this guy might be some kind of boss zombie for the deck, or for the outside deck area, because I haven't really seen him indoors or anything. I've really seen him outside in the shipping area by all the crates and stuff. Even here inside this image, you can see that he's outside and whatnot. So I think if there are multiple bosses within different locations within the map, I think he might be outside within the port area, within all the little shipping crates and everything. And I've been trying to figure out about what this guy might do. And I think he's actually going to be some kind of melee zombie, which, oh, really, a melee zombie? How would you come up with that? But what I'm talking about is, if you notice, he has all this barbed wire all around his body. So I think he might either, like, try to grab you and then, like, shake you and then mess you up and stuff, and you gotta, like, double tap to get him off, like, as if it was, like, a denizen on your face, or, you know, something along those lines. And I think that he's gonna be, like, a really cool boss, because there's no way he's not, like, a special zombie, because there's no way that they go into that much detail, you know, wrapping barbed wire, you know, putting this face mask on him, and then his color scheme is, like, this tannish color, where all the other zombies are, like, you know, like rotting flesh, black and gray, where they have this guy that's like a tan with barbed wire, you know, that there's no way that he's just a standard zombie. Because throughout the videos, you don't see him too much. You only see him a few times, and you don't see multiple of him within any kind of image or video. You only see one of him. So I think he is a mini boss, and I think that he is more than likely out in the decks. The decks. Is that the right word? Shipping area. I don't know which really right way to describe the area that I think he's going to belong into. But either which way, I'm looking forward to this guy. This guy looks cool. I'm going to mess him up. Plus, I like the fact that they got the knife and they're going to be cutting. It's like, what? What? Bro, what you got? I got barbed wire. You think your little blade's gonna hurt me? I cut myself every day. Anyways, guys, we kind of reached the end of this video. That's all the real zombies that we have been introduced to or been notified about and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna end the video here. So like the video if you liked it or if you found it helpful. Subscribe to me if you want to see more of my videos. And if you want to stay updated on all my videos and everything that I'm doing, follow me on Twitter. It's at xXMonkeyDragon. A link to it will be in the description. Well, anyways, guys, I'm Monkey Dragon. That's all we really got.